Previously on Quit Job Travel World, Ryan and I eventually found our way to Mai Sun, an ancient temple complex outside of Hoi An. The grounds were stunning.
Whoa, it's so beautiful.
But now it's time to venture back into city life. I left Ryan in Hoi An so he could get clothes made, and I took the 17-hour bus up to Hanoi. That apparently goes 5 miles an hour. So for most people, taking a night bus would suck, but I'm tiny. I'm like 5'3", so I fit perfectly in the little capsules that they have. So for me, it's like I have a snack, I take some photos, I watch a movie, and I have a really good time. But no matter how awesome or not awesome you think night buses are, a very jarring experience is when you actually get to your destination the morning after and they kick you off the bus at 6 a.m. In this case, when they kicked us off in the middle of crazy morning traffic in Hanoi.
So crazy.
Luckily, I had made friends with a guy named Matt on the sleeper bus, and we decided to go walk around to try to find a hostel together. The traffic in Hanoi is 10 out of 10 insane. So many people zipping around on motorcycles, you have dogs crossing and actual bicycles and trucks, and it's all together in these like super tight, windy streets. We found a hostel, posted up, and Ryan came to meet us a few days later. By the time Ryan had met us in Hanoi, I had already been there for a few days, so I was like, I knew the ropes, I knew what to do. Stick with me, kid, and you'll be all right.
How to cross the street in Hanoi. Just walk. Don't run, don't stop, just walk. I stopped. These guys, this is not working out. That was a horrible example of how to cross the road. I will show another. That's how you almost get hit.
Clearly, I have no idea what I'm doing at all. Regardless of my lack of street crossing abilities, the Hong King Lake is gorgeous.
That's really pretty.
Called Sword Lake in English, this lake was home to a magical golden tortoise who gave an ancient Viet king the sword to defeat Chinese invaders. And nowadays, it's a local chill-out spot. There is a little island in the middle of the lake, and it's so pretty and picture perfect. And when you see it, it's just like this little red painted bridge that you take to go there. And on the island is the Jade Mountain Temple. Something that was so cool about this lake area and Hanoi in general was how not touristy it was. Everywhere you look, you see locals hanging out. It's a spot to work and play and find a little peace.
This is exactly what I pictured when I thought of Asia. The beautiful weeping willows and the lake and the pagoda, and then the chaos and the vendors and the traffic and the motorbike. It's everything I thought Asia would be, all in one city.
And that's what this park is all about, a little haven of peace, right in the heart of a chaotic city. But of course, no matter how serene that lake area was in any direction, and you're back to complete chaos. Hanoi is run by motorbikes. Everything from where people are hanging out, to how they get places, to how they move their family, to where they sell their goods, is all on the back of a bike. There's this weird sort of order to all of the chaos, because somehow, even when you get up to the most busy intersection, everybody just kind of like pass each other, and I have absolutely no idea how it's happening, but the fact that it is so impressive. Adding to the chaos, or at least the illusion of chaos, of Hanoi is the fact that Ryan and I have zero sense of direction.
Where are we? I remember this verse.
We were essentially lost the entire time we were in the city. Probably the most epic getting lost in Hanoi scenario, though, was when Ryan and I wanted to go to the night markets. So we were going to be going to Halong Bay the next day, and that was going to be 3 nights on a boat, and we needed a certain amount of things. Like I needed super glue, I needed like hair ties, and like a bunch of random stuff, and we weren't going to be able to get on the ship that we were going to need for like our journey, right? So we asked the people in our hostel how we get to the market, and they told us like just go towards the old district and you can't miss it. So we started walking towards the old district, and of course like we didn't get there. We're like walking and walking towards a night market that we have no idea what the details are. Is this thing big? Is it small? Is it in the left side of the old market or the right side? Like we have no idea like how, like anything about this. We're walking and the walk just keeps on getting cooler. So cool. Next thing we know, we'd been walking around for like an hour and a half, and we finally get to the night market.
No, this was the market. This was the market. This is what we were looking for.
It was kind of like that bittersweet feeling of like, okay, hell yeah, we found it, and that's awesome, and what a fun adventure that was. But then also like, well, shit, like we're going to Halong Bay tomorrow morning, and we don't have any of the stuff that we were hoping for. Now what?
That way? Sure.
So Ryan takes a random turn down a random alley.
I like how we thought it was that
little thing.
sounds at the end. We're like, oh, this is it.
This is it. It's closed.
Yeah, now that was the night market. Turns out this night market is massive. Thousands and thousands of stalls, football fields of vendors. I had everything you could possibly need. I needed sunglasses, I needed super glue, and I wanted a bracelet. And Ryan wanted a headband. So we had like a very specific list of exactly what we needed. We found it all, every single thing. And not only did we find everything that we needed, but we found it for super cheap. Like it was so cheap. This market was like such a dream. But there were definitely some things that we were not privy to.
I think we're like going, oh, look. Oh, there's a system. This way goes that way goes that way. Wrong way on a one-way street.
After we'd been there for about like, I don't know, 45 minutes or so, we started to kind of get a lot of attention because we stuck out like a sore thumb. And some guy asked to take a photo with us. Once one person asked, then like a whole bunch of people started asking. And then we were really dominated by taking photos with a bunch of people. And then I think that's the point that people started thinking that maybe we were like famous or something, because then a lot of people were asking.
They're gonna be so disappointed when they find out that we're not famous.
We had gotten everything that we needed to, and we were all ready to go to Hoi An Bay the next day.
Let's go home. No.
Coming up next is Hoi An Bay, as in how long are you gonna be Hanoiing me, get it?
My God.
Q&A is coming up right now. This is my first time ever doing this, so leave me comments below what you think of it and if I should answer more questions or less questions or longer answers or shorter answers. But yeah, this is my first time, so let's get it going. The first question is from David C. And he said, I'm quitting the military in 2 years, saving money. My question is, do you have income coming in to do this? David, first of all, thank you so much for your service in the military and thank you so much for watching my channel. I did not. So what I did was I saved up the money that I could and then just used that for my trip. So I had saved up $12,000 and that was the amount of money that I had. And whether that was gonna last me 3 months or 24 months, it was like to be determined. I chose to save up a lot of money before I left and then kind of make up my plan from there. So I didn't have any income coming in, but I did have 12 grand saved up for my trip. The next question is from Demas Official. I'm sure you have to be a bit outgoing like you to travel like this. I'm somewhat outgoing but more shy. What do you suggest? Just do it, right? So Demas, yes, my suggestion is of course just do it. But the thing is that it gets easier as you do it more and more. So of course now when you're like at home, maybe you see yourself as a shy person, but when you get out and you're traveling and you're meeting a bunch of other people, like it kind of becomes like muscle memory. And I think that the more you do it, the better you will get at it and the more easy you'll feel at it, which will make it easier across the board. So that's it today, guys. I know it was only 2, but if you want more, let me know. If you want less, let me know. And thanks so much for watching. And coming up next is Hoi An Bay.